All right. What's up, guys? Kcog here. We're gonna be doing the part 1. Technically, the last one was the intro into the game. This is going to be part 1. And let's go. So, as we did last time, we're gonna go up the path. The cave we went to last time was up to the left. We learned a few things, and I forgot to explain. R1 is your stab attack, well, for this weapon. It's your fast attack for every weapon. R1, quick attack. R2 is your heavy attack, and it can be charged. So if you hold R2, you'll do a charged, heavier, more damaging attack, but you have to time it right, position it right, all that. There's more to it, rather than just the press and let go. L1 is going to bring up, if you have a shield, it's going to hold the shield, so you have to hold L1. L2 is going to do your skill with whatever is in your left hand. But if you two-hand, which you do Y or triangle and then the right bumper or R1. So triangle, for me it's holding triangle, which will bring up a different menu, and then R1, and you can two-hand your main weapon. And now you can block with that weapon with L1, or you can press L2, which will do its special move. So every weapon has a special move and you can change them. Now, the moves will pretty much stay the same, except for they'll be more damaging because, and they'll have different moveset for the heavy attack usually, but because of how it works, let's see, where are we going? Status. No, that's not it. Where is the weapon? Oh, we really can't see that, huh? Detailed view, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So our right armament 2, technically, is what our halberd is, which is 152 when we two-hand it. And let's look at the one hand. Now it's 145, so we got a bonus on damage because we're two-handing it. So that's something to consider if you're going for a max damage, but you're not going to be able to do the guard counters. You can't parry. It's so unique. This game is so unique. It has so much going for it. Whoa, okay. Oof. We're just taking the damage, okay. Let's recover. And see, I'm not doing my own. Tactics here. When in doubt, shield, let him reset. Okay. Anyways, there's parries, there's backstabs, there's strong attacks, there's jumping attacks. If you jump and press R2, you're gonna do a jumping attack. If you jump and press R1, it's gonna have a different jumping attack. So there's a lot that they added to Elden Ring. versus other FromSoft games, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, Sekiro, Bloodborne. So there's a lot. Pick up what you can. Oh, look at that. Ah, another thing I didn't say. If you crouch and you press R1, it's gonna have a different attack as if you just attacked. And if you do an R2, it's also gonna have a different attack. Oh, no, I guess it doesn't. Well, not for this weapon. Anyways. That's the basic attacks. That's the basic moveset. There's a lot more. There's so much more to this game. So we're gonna dive into it, and we're pretty much in this walkthrough. I'm gonna do everything. We're gonna be gods of this game. We're gonna get the achievements. We're gonna get everything. I might not get the achievements, but everyone who's watching this video who's never played this game is going to get them. And this is going to be the new revised 1.9. So starting off in this town of the Gatefront Ruins, right? We just started the game. We need a couple things here. We're going to kill this guy. And you get your first chest, which is going to be the Lord's Horn's Greatsword. And let's try it out. Why not? So we just need 2 more strength, but it's going to increase our critical. If you look at the attack power section of this weapon, it's going to increase our physical, but reduce our... Oh, that's not even true. It's going to increase our physical, and it says we can't use it. That's why it's red, because the strength attribute is red, but that's not even true. So it was what, 152 I think for attack power for the halberd when we're two-handing it, and the critical strike on this weapon is 110. So let's equip it and see. So we can't one-hand it, but if you press triangle, or if you press Y, or whatever you're using, you can see that it has a red X over the weapon. We can't use it. But that was only because we don't have 16 strength. So for strength weapons, you can actually two-hand them, and now you can use them. You just have to use 2 hands, and that's fine. So now, instead of 152, we're at 161 for our weapon. And we just got this. So this weapon has a much different moveset. This is all R1, and the R2 is just horizontal strikes. And it says here it's a Lord's Horn Greatsword. It's a Greatsword. It has standard and pierce attacks, and then it says Stamp upward cut, and the FP cost is 528. So if we press L2, it's going to start the stamp, and we need to use the heavy attack to initiate it. The quick attack does a secondary. It's going to act like we bypassed the first attack, and it's going to do the second attack. But if we do the strong attack, it's actually going to do the stamp uppercut. So keep that in mind. Alright, let's get our steed, shall we? You're going to get an intro scene. I won't ruin it for you. She's gonna talk about rules of the maiden, what she wants. Accept it if you want the steed. Spectral steed whistle. So My buddy had issues with this before. While we're here, you might as well up. Oh, I did that too fast. Okay. You can pass time. There are different enemies that spawn at different times. So it's nighttime. She turned it to nighttime automatically. We don't want to face some of the enemies. So I'm going to go until morning. So it's not nighttime because we're not ready to face those people yet. And she's gone. So back out. We can level up here. We don't have enough runes. Runes held is 768 and runes needed is 811. We will go over all the stat changes and what they do and those highlights and yada yada, which is nice. Flasks. If there's a glowing circle next to whatever it is, there's something you can do there. So flasks. It says add charge to a flask. Use 1 golden seed to increase your number of flasks. Yes, we want to. Okay, so we added a flask. We had 4 before, now we have 5. Increase the amount of replenished by flasks. We're going to get that later. And allocate flask charge. So this is where I want to be critical on. Depending on if you use skills a lot, you're going to want to keep FP flasks. Right now, I'm not going to. So I'm going to use, it says 4 to 1 is what we had, and I want to use 5. So I want to use that FP flask. I want to use all the FP flasks into the health flask. So, if you look at it, whoops, oh, horseback riding, right. Alright, we'll get there, okay. Alright, so when you go to equipment, we have 5 crimson tears, right? We have 0 cerulean tears, so if you press X or square, you can remove that off the item bar, so we won't have to cycle through it. And we want to add our spectral steed. So if you select that slot, you can add whatever you want to it. But that's all we want because we want to make it very easy to be able to cycle through. Okay, yeah, that's that. So now we have a flask of crimson tears. If I press down on the D-pad, I can go to my spectral steed. Press square or X to use it. And we can now use it. Look at that. We're gonna get free souls or free runes. Alright, before you go anywhere, oops, let's go back to the side of grace here, which is right there. There's the side of grace. It's saying we should go up. We're not going to do that. Let's crouch and let's see the critical strike on this. Last time it was like 450 or something. Or 350, sorry. So not much more damage, but that's okay. And look at that. We got a smithing stone 1 to increase. So now we can actually upgrade a weapon. That's where we got the sword. And what we want here is a couple things. This guy has a horn. And if he blows it, he's gonna attract everyone in the area, which he just did. So, this is gonna be interesting. If you ever have trouble, like the whole camp is fucking invited. If you ever have trouble, go back or keep running. But if you can, rest at the side of grace. And it's gonna reset everything. So, let's try that again. We probably would have had issues, but alright, wait for that guy with the little horn to turn around. And when it sparks blue, when you kill someone, that means that you got an item drop. So, we're looking at these two guys right now, and they're walking. Before he turns around, we want to get this map. Very important. You want to get all the maps of the area so you can see what the fuck you're doing. So I like to run away. and come along this side, the right side of this whole ordeal. We're just gonna backstab. You can use L1 to block, and you can still guard counter. And if you can see that, my health barely took any deficit at all. So it's one of the things they upgraded in this game. Rune fragment for crafting stuff I don't use, so kind of nothing. So we have a good setup here. We don't even really need our shield right now, so I'm gonna get rid of it and two-hand my weapon again. Oh, we can get a rune. Look at that, rune times 1. So pick up all the crafting you can. If you come over here, that's where we came in from the beginning of the game. There's the bonfire and the gate. Over here, there's a couple guards and a dog. L1, hold L1 to block. We need to get his attention. So keep your guard up. Make sure you wait for him to attack. Dogs are different. You're probably gonna have to guard counter or just come at them. They're unpredictable, honestly. Guard. Guard. And critical attack because we were ready. Oh, and okay, we need to get our stamina back. And he dropped something for us. Look at that. Don't run away when you see that blue. He'll drop something. Smithing stone times 1. Alright. There are caves here. Oh, we don't want to interrupt him because we're going to get someone else to come after us here. We don't want that. You're going to see stairwells all over this game, and there's going to be a lantern. So sneak around him and go down the stairwell. This means there's an item, there's usually a talisman, there's usually something. Can't open a door if you're crouched, by the way. That's a problem. Anyways, we got our first, or whatever, first stairwell chest of the game. Adding skills, it's saying. And affinities. We will go over all of that later. So we got the Ashavor Storm Stomp, and we got a Whetstone Knife. These are critical. Critical. So we got a map. See, a new map has been added. Limgrave West. Limgrave West. So now, here's where we've been. And we got an affinity. We can't do exactly what we want to do yet because we have to get to the round table hold, but we will get there. So, we will continue. And we're not going to be using this weapon forever. And we're not going to be using a lot of stuff forever. We just want to get what we can in the first starting areas because it's all about use of your time. So, jump in your seat here. And there's actually a bonfire at the other end of this gate. Right here. Bada bing, bada boom. We could level up. Actually, I think we can level up twice. Look at that. Crazy. We might as well do strength so we can one-hand this weapon. Insane. Alright, so it's up to you what you want to do. I picked this class because it has the highest vigor, which is health. And you can see when you level up, if you click over, you can see HP went up to 572 from 522, and it actually increases defensive power. So, vigor's great, mine's great if you're using magic or if you're using whatever. Endurance is going to do stamina and equip load, like I said. But right now, whoops, we're going to do strength. So I can one-hand this weapon. And if I un-two-hand it, you can see that it is now doesn't have a red X. So if we go to stats, we can see it's at 156 attack power. And that's base damage. That's without anything. And now we can re-equip our shield. So now we have a greatsword with a shield. And what they did in patch 1.09 is they increased the attack speed of greatswords on their first strike. And ultra greatswords. We'll get there. We're gonna get there. But I pretty much just wanted to showcase that, get it up. I'm gonna be doing a strength quality / whatever build. I'm not really sure yet. We're gonna do what's best for this patch. It's gonna change. You're gonna have to look for updates, and that's okay. But this patch just came out, so it's gonna be a while till the next patch. And yeah. So right now we have pretty much the best setup you can get, the most power. We got smithing stones. We got the map. We got the affinity whetstone. We got a skill. We've done the first little camp, right? We will continue from there, but yeah, kick hog out. Later, guys.